shout out to them because we got this film called Lorton Prison Turn. It's a documentary. It's been selling out all over the D.C. area. Well, I'm not going to say all over the D.C. area. It's been selling out in one location, and people from all over the D.C. area have been flocking to this place. This theater that my man Twin found and was able to do business with for this film right here, and that's the Alamo. The Alamo Draft House, 630 Rhode Island Avenue. Shout out to them. They treat everybody that came through there for us like kings and queens. But to get straight into this documentary that I brought these brothers here to talk about, I want to get straight into this documentary. And as I started with SB, I just want to say, you know, what made you want to go into this direction as far as film? I know you have a book out and some things that you're working on your own with films, but what made this Lorton Prison Terror documentary something that you wanted to stop and invest your time in?
Well, first I want to give a shout out to Head, Terry T. Millions, for he kind of planted the seed with us to do this project, and when we all three of us discussed it, we all came up with the same conclusion that it would be a hell of an idea to jump in it head first and get this project done and get it out there to the people so that the history of Lorton wouldn't be lost. So it was important for us to capture that experience, man, that us as men that came through Lorton at a young age and other men that came through there, their experiences, man, can be told on this scale right here and give the family members that really didn't know what was going on down Lorton with their loved ones, man, some insight, depth about the treatment that we suffered. You know what I mean? The inhumane conditions that we lived under. Like the brother said in the documentary, man, it was hot during the summer months and cold during the winter months. So the conditions, man, was terrible, man. So it was important for us to shed some light on that and bring that to the people, man, so they can see what really went on down Lorton. Because the stories, man, is vast, and people wanted to know what was really going on down Lorton.
So Lorton is the name of a city in Virginia, and the city held 8 prisons for D.C. convicts. We were transferred from Washington, D.C., 20 miles down the road to Lorton, the city of Lorton, with 8 different prisons. A lot of people think Lorton was just one prison, but it's 8 different prisons that's separated, not even on one complex, a mile apart from each other.
Different facilities.
Different facilities. And most people, probably 50 or 60% of Washington, D.C., either been through there or had a family member go through there.
Yeah, I got
maybe
a
more than
question
60%.
To that. Yeah, definitely one way or another. You're a filmmaker with a number of films under your belt, right? What made you stop and do this film right here, same way that I asked Sean?
Because it was very important to capture Lorton, especially while it was still standing. We went down there. The first time I went down there, they was on construction, right? So I didn't know if they might knock this place down. Like, we knew they were building. We knew they had apartments, and we knew they had the workhouse. But remember when we went to the wall and they were doing construction, we didn't know if they was going to knock it down, so we had to capture as much as we can.
So you said you went to the wall. What you mean when you said you went to the wall?
So the wall is maximum security at Lorton, and it has a big old wall around it, a 30-foot wall. And
so basically you went to the ruins of an old prison and did what?
Went to the ruins and broke into the prison and got as much footage as we could get.
They was doing construction, and we went to 4 block, and 4 block was half of it was already tore down.
Yeah.
So
basically demolished.
It was half demolished. So when we went inside of it, we had to kind of like squeeze through the gate because we knew we couldn't get up there. The construction crew wasn't gonna let us get in there to film. So we waited till the construction people left, and we slid through the gate, and then we went up in 4 block. 4 block was actually half of a block. You could walk up the steps in the unit and actually see that the whole back of the building was tore off.
Right, so for anybody that even seen prison on TV, Locked Up Abroad, SVU, if you seen a prison or a prison scene and they got the cells and they go into the cell house, we basically saying that we went into a cell house that had been closed for over 20 years and we found our way in there. And to sidetrack from the story real quick, because we haven't found a way, or I haven't found a way to encourage my brothers to release some behind the scenes stuff, which probably will come soon. But there's a story of when we went down there, we actually locked one of our partners in the cell. Man, can you recall what happened, man? Can you tell that story?
Yeah. Well, I was trying to make sure that when we was filming, that we get that authentic sound of the cell bars closing, opening and closing. So we pulled it open, then we shut it. But when we shut them in there, we wanted to get them in there so we could get the interview of them behind the bars. So we closed the door
and locked it,
and it locked. We couldn't get them out. So I damn near panicked. Just so happened though, with your quick thinking, you like, hold on. Let me put it in neutral. Let me take the chase joint off, put it in neutral, and get him out there. So,
and this the dude that was in the cell, he had just served about 28 years.
Yeah. Almost 30 years. Like, he had a look on his face, right? I'm gonna step outside the host. He had a look on his face like, I know you dudes ain't just locked me in no cell. And I got to share this too. I don't know how y'all felt at the time, but I got nervous because in my mind I said the only way we gonna get them out of here is the police gonna have to come. So you know we was guerrilla marketing. We ain't had no permission to be. I mean for real. Like tell them how we got up in there. Like we hopped fences and climbed through stuff. We climbed to the top of the tower. Took pictures like in triumph, like we survived this joint.
Yeah. So when we locked them in, man, it was like. I went into panic mode because, like you said, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get them out of there. I'm like, oh, man, we got to call the police. They're going to lock us up with trespass. I'm on parole.
I thought all that. Like, I was still on parole at the time, too.
I'm going to be the laughing stock of the conference. I'm like, man, they're going to be like, man, you dummy. How
came
back on the violation for breaking in the jail? And then people let you out.
Yeah, I mean, and to be honest with you, like, once you get locked in some of these cells, I mean, you know, this place has been shut down for 20 years. We didn't have nowhere to run to use nothing electrical, so I'll give you a short story. Like when we was in Lorton, and we were not in Lorton because cell popping wasn't a thing for me in Lorton. I don't know about you or Sean, but when I was in the juvenile block, if you had a problem with a person and you couldn't get to them right, you know, you found a way to jam your cell and pop your cell open. People taught me these type of things. I guess we could call them technologies now. But the first thing that I thought, I said that, well, if I could use my mind when I was a teenager to pop this cell to get out to do something bad, I got to be able to recall some of the stuff to use to pop this cell and get us out. So, you know, shout out to that. Shout out to the brother that helped me do that.
Of mind to think know like what to do because if we wouldn't have got him out that cell,
that would have been a big blow. We might not even be here talking about this film. It might have been just we done with that.
But we would have had to leave him in there and be like, Slim, listen, we gonna call the people to come get you, right?